What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we're now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer. Only time will tell. Excuse me. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address, excuse me, will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does this support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got, excuse me, from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set, much similar to what I pulled out of my Genesis Impact box I opened up last year, which is this beautiful Beat Cop from the Underworld. This thing looks absolutely incredible as a collector's rare. Obviously, I will be getting this graded at some point, but that is obviously for a later time. Excuse me. But with that being said, ooh, excuse me. With that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos. Or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 80% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys aren't even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which in a way it basically ties with today's video. But the question of the day is this: do you guys think Becky Lynch will sign a new deal with WWE, or do you think she will go somewhere else in the foreseeable future? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, that is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We found out that as of just a little over 7, 8, maybe 10 hours ago. Woo! Camera moves. Okay. That as of about 10 or 12 hours ago, Becky Lynch is now a free agent and is now able to go anywhere that she wants to be as of now. And the question is, what's next for her? What is next for the man? Well, obviously we know that her contract with WWE was said to expire as of today, and apparently we found out that the man is going to be taking a hiatus away from WWE, and apparently apparently, as per Wade Keller of PW Torch, big shout out, no copyrights as always, Becky told people within WWE she'd be taking a break from the company the moment her contract would expire. Obviously, with this, it does mean that she will be a free agent, and and she is allowed to be in talks with other promotions outside of WWE. However, Keller noted that she is not planning to imminently join the promotion known as AEW. And while it is true that obviously anything can happen in the wrestling business, there is a theory that she might end up coming back to WWE at some point with a deal that will actually work out between both WWE and of course Becky Lynch. And what's also interesting to consider is that because that her husband Seth freaking Rollins signed a brand new multi-year deal with WWE, it's possible that we might end up seeing her come back to WWE after being away from the ring for a certain amount of time. Now obviously it is true that when you look at people taking a hiatus, it usually means that they're going to be gone for at least 6 months to almost about a year at the most. So sometime between now and potentially next Royal Rumble, we might end up seeing Becky Lynch come back. Come back to WWE, potentially to go after Liv Morgan and the women's world title, or whoever is champion by that point. Now, obviously, Keller didn't have any specifics on why Becky Lynch is going on hiatus, but being the fact that she's one of the biggest stars in WWE on the fucking planet, and being constantly on the road, obviously it takes a toll on the body, and Becky Lynch has definitely put in her fair share of tough miles, both in a travel sense and in a physical sense to her body. And obviously over the last several months, actually the last several years, with also the fact that both her and Seth have a daughter as well. So it could potentially mean that she'll probably take that hiatus just to put her focus on her family, her daughter, and eventually we might see her come back to WWE at some point. But what's even more interesting is that I believe a while back Becky Lynch talked about potentially going to AEW. Give me a second. I believe she talked about that a while back. I don't remember if there was an interview where she talked about it, but but I know that but actually, funny enough, former WWE champion Chris Jericho actually stated that he would love to see Becky Lynch in AEW, but unfortunately, I really don't think it's gonna happen, because she even said it best. Becky said those within WWE that she had no plans on joining AEW imminently. So it's possible that that we might see her back in WWE. And obviously sources within WWE are confident that they're going to reach a new deal with Becky when the time is right. And I think honestly, Survivor Series might end up just being the right time, because when you look at Becky Lynch and her bullshit with Damage Control, you know damn well that Damage Control is gonna be is gonna be calling out Becky every single time, and she may end up coming back, which is possible. So I would say between now and Survivor Series is probably when we'll see her back in WWE. So that's about what? That's about a five. That's about a five to about a 5 to 6 month span that we might see her back in WWE, which is possible. But there are so many pros and cons of Becky Lynch going to other promotions such as AEW. And one of the biggest cons, I think, is the fact that let's say she did sign with AEW. She there won't be anything for her in that promotion. And I get that, and I totally understand that there might be some fans out there that might say that Becky Lynch versus this person, or Becky Lynch versus this person, would be a dream match. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great talent in AEW that would be more than happy to face the man. But when you really think about it, it's more about screen time, more about the product itself. Would Becky Lynch benefit from being in, or rather, would AEW, a promotion like AEW, benefit from having Becky Lynch in their product? And I honestly don't think so. I mean, for guys like, don't get me wrong. It may have worked out for guys like Dean Ambrose and guys like Christian and Edge and Jericho and Sasha Banks now becoming a champion over there, which I've seen that on social media, but which congrats to her. But when you really think about it, all they're gonna do is just bury Becky Lynch, and it's gonna get to a point where her popularity is gonna just skyrocket down. It'll become a downfall. So honestly, I think her joining WWE again, signing a brand new deal, is probably the best thing. But there is another promotion that she could potentially join that will benefit that can benefit WWE completely, and that is TNA. Obviously, we know that Jordynne Grace, who we hadn't seen in WWE since the Women's Royal Rumble match back in January, is going to be challenging Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship, which that's history made. Because if Jordynne Grace wins, she'll be the only person in the world to hold both the NXT Women's title and the TNA Knockouts title in a single championship run, which that right there is history made. So I can't wait for NXT Battleground. But if Becky Lynch does end up joining TNA, we will end up seeing her back in WWE in NXT at some point. So at this point, it's like, where does Becky go from here after she's done with her hiatus? Honestly, TNA would be pretty cool, and maybe being a part of AEW would be okay. But I think WWE is probably going to be where she ends up as soon as she's done with her hiatus. So I can definitely see Becky reaching a new deal with WWE at some point, and we might end up seeing her show up to another WrestleMania next year when it lands in Vegas. So it'll be very interesting, to say the very least. But I want your guys' opinion. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this whole situation, and what do you think should Becky Lynch do do amidst her hiatus, if you will. Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.